Hey, what's up guys, I'm Dom and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how you can try Windows 11 completely free of charge without actually installing it on your main machine. Now, before I get any further, you need to make sure that your machine is compatible with Windows 11 and that you have virtualization enabled in your BIOS. I'm going to leave a link to a useful article which will explain compatibility and it will help you determine whether your machine is compatible. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, you need to download Windows 11. So you simply go to Google and you type in download Windows 11 ISO. And you go to the main website, so Microsoft.com, download Windows 11. Now you've got a few options here. I just want the ISO disk image, so I'm gonna select that and I'm gonna download. And I'm gonna choose English because I'm speaking in English. I'm going to press confirm. So I'm going to select the 64-bit download and that's going to download it for me. Hopefully it won't take 2 hours like it says here, but it certainly may take some time. So the next program you download is a program called VMware Workstation Player Pro. Now this is actually paid software, but we are only going to try it since we're only trying Windows 11. So let's have a look. Yeah, that will do. VMware Workstation Player 16 and 2.1 Pro. Go to downloads. Download now. Now this trial is only valid for around 30 days and you will need to create an account by the looks of things, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, so once you've created your account you have to agree to the terms and conditions, and from then you can actually download it. So depending on your internet connection, once again that may take a few minutes to download. We'll be back when it downloads. Once VMware Workstation Player downloads, you simply double click it. Click yes on the user access control prompt. And of course it's going to pop up on the wrong screen. One of the curses of having dual monitors. So you just run normally through the installation wizard. Accept the license terms once again. Yeah, leave it at that. I'm not going to join that for the time being. I'm going to click next. I don't want any desktop shortcuts. I'm going to click install. Now this should install for you. It shouldn't take too long. Once it finishes installing, you simply press finish. And you launch the program. You then select I want to try VMware Workstation Player 16 for 30 days and press continue. Press yes on the prompt and press finish. This will launch VMware Workstation Player for you. From there you create a new virtual machine. I'm going to select custom. I'm going to click next. I'm going to click next again. I'm going to select the disk image I downloaded from the Microsoft websites. I've saved mine onto my desktop and it's just called Windows. I'm going to click open. I'm going to click next. Windows 11 is not available on this menu yet, so I'm going to select Windows 10 and later and click next again. I'm going to call it. Okay. So you have to make sure your FE BIOS is enabled and you got secure boot enabled as well, and you click next. I'm gonna select 1 and 2, that should be enough. I'm then gonna give it 4 gigs of RAM It's totally dependent on how much RAM you have. So if you have 8 gigs of RAM, you should probably set at 2. I've got 16, so 4 gigs is more than enough. Yeah, that's just fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna give it 64 just so that there's enough space on there for you. I'm gonna click next, next, and finish. So that will create your virtual machine. Now before you launch Windows 11, you're gonna have to go into the properties. So go to settings, you go to options, you go to advanced, make sure that's enabled. Then you're gonna go to access control, where you're gonna select encrypt. Just create a password. And you're gonna select encrypt. So that will encrypt it. So once it's encrypted, you go back to hardware and you press add. Then you add your TPM, press finish. This is very important because Windows 11 will not run without this. So you then click OK and you're ready to run the installer. So you select power on this virtual machine. Yep. You're going to press the any key, making sure that you actually have the correct window selected. So this will now launch the installer. So I'm in the United Kingdom, so all of these settings are correct for me. I'm going to click next. I'm going to click install now. I'm going to select I don't have a product key because we're only testing it. Now usually, depending on which license you have, you'd have to select these, but I'm just going to select Pro because why not? We're only testing it after all. Click next. You have to accept the licensing terms and conditions and click next again. You then go to custom. You click on new, you click apply. And you then click next. And that's gonna install Windows 11 for you. It could take some time depending on your specification, but it usually doesn't take very long. Once Windows 11 finishes configuring and installing, you'll be greeted by this screen. So once again, you have to select which country or region you're in. So once again, I'm in the UK, so I'm going to click yes. Yeah, I'm in the UK once again. I've already told you that. I don't want to add any other keyboards. So once it finishes checking for updates, it's going to ask you to name your device. I'm just going to call it Windows 11 test. Oh, and it can't have any spaces, so I'm gonna just leave it like that, I guess. Click next. And it's obviously gonna restart. I'm gonna set it up for personal use. I'm gonna click next. Now this is the thing, it will ask you to create a Microsoft account. Now the way around that is you select sign in options, you then select offline account. Now just a heads up, if you do sign in with a Microsoft account, you'll have more features enabled for you, such as the Windows Store, but I don't need that for the time being, so I'm going to select skip for now. I'm going to put my name in. Oop. Click next. I'm not going to put a password because this is only a test. I don't want Microsoft to use my location. I don't want to find my device as it's a virtual machine. Required only. I'm not going to use any inking. No thank you. No thank you. So once again, it's going to check for updates, and it's going to configure all of your changes for you. So this might take some time. Okay, so it's now finished downloading and configuring things. So you have a fully functioning desktop here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click Install Tools just down here. What this should do is create a DVD drive like the one here, and you should be able to open that. And click yes, and it's going to install the relevant tools and drivers. Next, I'm going to select complete just for the full experience and install. It shouldn't take too long at this stage. That's better. You can actually have it full screen as well should you need it to be. And that's it. Yeah, it's going to ask you to restart the system, but for the purpose of this video I'm not going to do that. However, I highly recommend that you do. But anyway, you have a fully functioning Windows environment within your Windows, and you can play around with it. You can do whatever you like. You can go to view the internet. You can browse your documents. You can do all sorts of things. You can have a play with the start menu. That's it for this video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more great content. And check out my main channel, Tech with Dom, available in the description of this video. Till next time.